Once you've been checking pulse of your customers and monitoring ongoing trends, it would be helpful to come in and understand what their different journeys with you are. Now, when you come in to compare journeys, this is driven by an approach to really look at journeys from a segmentation standpoint. Now, you may wonder, why wouldn't we just call this compare segments? Now, at CloudCherry, we strongly believe in a journey led approach to thinking about customer experience. Now, all your customers have very unique, different personal journeys through which they go through as they interact with your business. Not all customers are the same. The journeys are unique due to differences in the products or services that they consume, the touch points at which they interact with you, the demographics that they may belong to, as well as even their own interpretation of the promise that your business provides to them. So it's important to not just segment your customers based on characteristics like demographics, but to actually think about it in the context of the journey and to segment them based on this journey context. So this is enabled in the CloudCherry product by letting you come in and look at overall experience, then look at it touch point by touch point, and then at different touch points, compare these journeys by different segments to understand what the unique experiences of these groups of customers were, so that you can understand where their experience broke down, as well as which groups of customers may have had a more positive experience and are likely to go on to become brand loyalists or promoters for you. You can choose to slice this by any metric that you care about. It could be NPS, CSAT, or CES, as well as other attributes that you may be tracking. The simplest way to look at these segments is to come in and look at areas where you're seeing the most positive scores and areas where you're seeing the most negative scores. In this example of looking at NPS by age, you can see that senior citizens over the age of age 60 have had a relatively bad experience compared to other user groups. This provides a simple, easy, actionable insight to try to understand what could be done better in order to improve their experience with you. You could choose to slice and dice segments and understand these journeys in many different ways. You may want to look at it across a number of different attributes. All of these are easily configurable and set up in CloudCherry, entirely self-serve. You could look at NPS across locations. You may choose to look at it across different products or services that your business delivers, where you can come in then and understand which products your customers like the most and which ones they may have had the most challenges with you with. You may also slice this across different stages of the journey with you. You may have a micro journey set up at a specific touch point, which you can then come in and understand, and looking at it across these stages will give you an understand of which areas across these stages need the most attention, and are these key moments of truth in the journey that you want to focus your attention towards. Often a common request is to try and understand how high value customers are doing. Because ultimately, as a business, you would want to focus your efforts and balancing it out towards high value customers, since these will ultimately have the most impact on your business. A simple segment here, which would let you look at NPS across loyalty tiers or different groups of customers based on their revenue contribution to you, would help you understand experience across different loyalty tiers, so that if there are certain underserved groups, you could focus on them and start to drive improvements in their experience. You can also look at journey segments in the context of thematic analysis, where the top themes based on frequency of their occurrence are also presented both across metrics like NPS, CSAT, CES, as well as sentiment, so that you could look at both of them side by side to understand how those customers' journeys with you have been different. So comparing journeys on a periodic basis, for instance, looking at this on a monthly basis, provides rich insights into areas that are very actionable, through which you may identify certain underserved groups of customers. For instance, it could be senior citizens who are visiting you at certain specific touch points and who may be from a certain group, for instance, having disabilities, which could lead to very actionable insights about things that you could do to improve either accessibility or provide them with more information that would help them to access other resources that matter to them. So, compare journeys is a powerful key step, which, if reviewed on a monthly basis, can help you yield powerful insights that can make a significant difference in the lives of your customers.